Hey, what's up everybody? Dustin here with Mountain ATV MC, and today I'll be showing you how to repack the silencer on a two-stroke dirt bike. Silencers are designed to do just that. Silence or quiet down the sounds that are coming from the exhaust to an acceptable level. Now the silencer packing, which is made of fiberglass, not only does it dampen the sounds, but it also collects carbon deposits that are coming from the exhaust. And after a period of time in use, the silencer will collect so much carbon that it will no longer be able to serve the purpose that it was designed and intended for, and will eventually need to be replaced. Now, an easy way to tell when it's time to replace the packing in your silencer is your bike will start to become noticeably louder. So today we're going to show you how to replace the silencer packing on a Yamaha YZ250 two-stroke. To do this job, you will want to have some basic hand tools as well as a rubber mallet, some scissors, masking tape, some contact cleaner, some rags, rubber gloves, and safety glasses, as well as a wire brush, some high-temp silicone gasket sealer, and some medium-strength Loctite. Now you will also want to pick up some replacement muffler packing. We do offer many options for you to choose on our website, so be sure to check that out. But for today, we're going to be using the Lex two-stroke silencer packing. And as always, before doing any work on your bike, always make sure to reference the service manual for safety information, proper procedures, and torque specs. To begin, start by removing the silencer. To start, we're going to disassemble the silencer. Now, some are going to have fasteners and or rivets. They'll either disassemble at the inlet side of the silencer or the outlet side. But when it comes to your specific exhaust, you'll want to reference either your service manual or the manufacturer of the silencer for those specific details. All right, so once you've got your fasteners removed, this is where we need to be able to pull out the core of the silencer. Now this may be a little bit difficult to do depending on your exhaust, so this is where your rubber mallet's going to come in handy. So I'm just going to hold on to the exhaust like so and begin to work the silencer off. Then we can pull the core out. And then we can pull out the packing inside. Now for this silencer, this is as far as we will be disassembling it. This is the FMF Turbine Core 2, and they do not recommend that we disassemble the outlet side. So now that we've got this apart, we can clean up our core with our wire brush and some contact cleaner. Now right here on this section of the exhaust that goes inside of the silencer, there's usually going to be some silicone. You'll want to make sure that you get all of that removed. So after you've cleaned the side with the core, you'll want to make sure that you clean this side of your silencer to make sure again that you remove all of the silicone. You may even want to take a rag, spray some contact cleaner on it, and just try to wipe out all of the old carbon from inside of your silencer. Now you also want to look down inside. If there's any leftover fiberglass, you want to make sure that you can reach in and remove it. All right, so once we've got all of our parts clean, we've got the old carbon scrubbed off and removed, we can set these aside. Now we're going to open our new packing, unroll it. Now keep in mind that you are going to be handling fiberglass. So it's very important that you are wearing rubber gloves, and it may not even be a bad idea to wear a painter's mask when you're handling this material. Now, the Lex two-stroke silencer exhaust packing is a universal exhaust packing. So when we are measuring it, we need to cut it to size. So we're going to take the core from our silencer. We're going to line it up with the edge of our packing right here. And this is going to let us know where we need to cut it. All right, so once we have our section of packing cut to the right length, before we begin wrapping the silencer's core, we need to take some masking tape, and we're going to cut some long, thin sections, so that way once we got all this rolled up, we can grab the tape and secure it to the core. Now as you can see, as I'm lining up the edge of the inlet side of the core right here, it's just gonna butt up against it, and we've got some little left over. So I've compensated for the recessed section inside of the end piece here. So that's why we're at this length. Now once we get it all rolled up, we'll be able to stuff it into this end of the core. And when you're packing this, make sure that you get it packed in there nice and tight. All right, so once we get to there, we're gonna take a strip of our tape. This is gonna help us keep the packing that we just rolled nice and tight. All right, and then we need to begin working this end of the silencer's packing into the inlet side. All right, now we're going to install the wrapped core into our silencer. Now before we get this installed, keep in mind that when you're inserting this in there, you want to make sure that you have the orientation of the core set correctly. Now if you were to do it, set it in there upside down, you're going to have some problems when you go to mount up your silencer to your head pipe later, so just be aware of that. Now as you're putting it together and getting this last section of it fitted into the silencer, you want to make sure, take your time, be careful. You want to ensure that the tip of the core is going to be making it into the other end of our silencer here. All right, so just before we're able to slip it into the last section that it needs to go, we're going to take some of our high temp silicone gasket sealer. We're going to coat this seal right here, this edge, and then we can finish putting it together. Now we really don't need to use a whole lot right here, just enough to create a seal. Wipe off the excess sealant. Then we can take our fasteners. We're gonna clean these up just a little bit to get any old carbon off of them. Spray them off with some contact cleaner. All right, now before we install our fasteners that secure the inlet side into our silencer, we're going to apply some medium strength thread locker. Now I'm installing all of these loosely in case there's any last little minute adjustments or shifting that needs to take place. Then once we have all of our fasteners installed, we can go ahead and snug them down. And that's it. That's all there is to it when it comes to replacing your silencer's packing. Now I'd recommend that you're replacing this about once a year or once every riding season, so that way you can get the most out of your silencer's performance. Now another quick tip is to plug your silencer every time that you wash it. That way you can keep water from getting inside of it and get the most out of your freshly packed silencer. Now if you have any questions as to what we've done here today, feel free to leave us a comment below and we can get an answer back to you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more product spotlights, how-tos, and top 5s. I'm Dustin with Rocky Mountain. Thanks for watching and keep the wrenches turning.